show's been making headlines with the first same-sex couple, of course, when H and Matt took to the ice in their debut, and it was just fantastic to see. Moved John Barrowman to tears.
Yeah.
He was so moved by it, and a moment in time that we will all remember and hasn't come too soon. Jane, Torvill and Christopher Dean join us now. I mean, it's lovely to see you, by the way. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Let's start with this because, Chris, I don't know, had it been something that's been talked about for quite a long time?
It had been, and it's, you know, it's a historical moment, certainly for Dancing on Ice and the network, I think. But it really came from Matt and H. They were the ones that really drove it, and then they took it to the series, and the series took it to the network and said, and everybody by this time, it seemed the right time, and especially because they wanted to do it more than anything.
Were you surprised at the reaction? It felt enormous. There was so much emotion sort of in the studio, wasn't there? And all over social media.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what to expect from it, and we hadn't seen their routine either. But like you say, in the studio, there was just this lovely feeling of joy, and they looked like they were having fun out there on the ice and enjoying every second of it. So.
Before he went on, I mean, it was a bag of nerves backstage.
Yeah.
I have to say, it was all over the place. But it seemed like there was this moment that he found the calm. And then as the music started, I think he just relished every moment of it.
Yeah.
And that's the performer in him, though, isn't it? I mean, H has always been just a wonderful dancer and performer.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
is there a technical difference to same-sex dance?
Well, you know, watching what they were doing, it seemed like Matt, if you want to call it, was in a traditional male role.
Right.
But I want to see that change up for H to then start changing roles, and so it's really intermingled so that we can watch them as a couple and not saying, well, you're being the man, you're being traditionally the other way, that it's actually the same sex and it's really generic.
I think as H gets more confident with the skating and the performing, I think he will probably feel comfortable in taking the lead rather than it always be Matt.
So we might see H lifting Matt?
I don't think H was up for that yet.
He's not ready yet.
Matt's up for it.
But I'd imagine, though, that has there been occasions sort of in sort of competition where the woman has lifted a man?
There has, yeah.
We've done a similar thing where I kind of lifted you at
somewhat
some
lifted
point.
me on
like
occasions.
Flipped him.
Yeah.
Was this once you were professional, or was this while you were still competing in still amateur?
Professional,
professional,
but
yeah.
in competition, though, it has been done. You know,
Right.
there's a French couple that traditionally did it. So,
So they've been reversing those roles for quite a long
Absolutely.
time, and it's,
Yeah.
I'd imagine, though, Jane, as well, because you're very protective of Dancing on Ice, obviously, because it's such a wonderful show, and you don't want to upset anybody. You want to embrace change, you want to embrace new ideas, but also you want to make sure the audience are comfortable with what's happening as well. Were you nervous about the idea of having the first same-sex couple?
I'm not so much nervous, but I didn't know what to expect from it. You know, I mean, for us, you know, we're used to the traditional thing of a man and a woman, and you know, certainly through competition, that's still the way it is in competitive world. But as professionals, you know, you do see in contemporary dance, you quite often see males or a group of males dancing together. So it's not unusual in that respect. But for us, it's new for us to see it, and as judges, you know, I was thinking, whoa, I wonder how I'm going to fit the marks in, you know, compared to everyone else. But on Sunday, it worked. For me, it worked. It was fine.
I think that's the interesting thing as well, isn't it? Because we've always, I mean, I've been a part of the show on a number of occasions, had experience of trying to skate atrociously, so I've got a sense of what it's like. But for all of those celebs finally taking to the ice, there's nothing like it, is there?
It's a big deal, you know, and the worst thing is you're backstage and you're waiting to go on, and that's the first time you go through the tunnel and you come onto the main rink, and the lights and the camera there, and you know, the heart's racing. It's fantastic.
Well, this is me and Colleen, because we did a Friday night show for you.
Oh my goodness!
I remember. Colleen. This is me falling over a lot.
Were you acting it out there, Ben, or was that for real?
Yeah. I was trying to create it, trying to make it a little bit more dramatic.
A little bit of bolero.
And then Colleen just
there,
skated off at the end. She was so disappointed with me.
Oh, my God.
I
mean, actually, that was recreating the famous Bolero, wasn't it? Which was your big moment.
Was it recreating?
It was destroying the memory of
I think
your
you've been incredibly generous there. Okay. I'm not sure what it was, but that as a theme as well. I mean, I think this is 88. This wasn't the Olympics. This was the Europeans, 84. So sort of a.
Yeah,
That's how it's meant to be, Ben.
We always say
quite
that,
as much danger.
Out of Bolero, exported Dancing on Ice. I mean,
Yes.
that's why it came to fruition. And, you know, we never thought we'd still be doing this. When was Bolero? 36 years ago?
Yeah.
So still being able to do what we do, being involved with that element, we're really excited. And we're really excited about this next show coming up.
Well,
as
yes,
well.
because you've got so many firsts in the series. You've got Libby.
Libby, we're so excited to see what
Yes.
Libby's going to produce. I mean, because what a mountain to climb for her, because, you know, she's generally, with her sport, she's running somewhat in a straight line around a curve, but this is three-dimensional. She's got a partner, she's got to be lifted, manipulated, turned, and it all has to happen verbally or physically like this. It's not like she can see something and do something.
So that's an extraordinary connection then she has
Those
to
two
have.
have formed a real bond of friendship, but of trust as well, more than anything.
We've had a couple, when we did Ninja Warrior, we've had a couple of Paralympians come on and do Ninja Warrior who have been visually impaired or have had sort of a limb missing, and it's extraordinary to watch them take on that challenge, Jane.
Yeah.
And as Chris was saying, because I've done it, you know, being able to get a sense of what's happening around me, to have that trust and belief in the dance partner has to be so implicit, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you have to have that trust anyway. But, you know, for somebody like Libby, she, as Chris said, they've got this great relationship now. And I think Mark, her skating partner, was a little bit nervous at first as to how that would work. And I think he's totally embraced it now. And he said, you know, he can't demonstrate. He has to say everything verbally, or it's by touch.
So sort of leading her. Wow.
It's like
breaking their own language, really, aren't they? Physical language.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
no, it definitely is a first.
So give us an insight. Who are the front runners right now?
Well, we
Well,
had a great show just
last
gone.
week,
I mean, Perry
was
obviously
brilliant.
brilliant.
And Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa
Perry and
George.
Lisa.
Yes.
OK, we'll keep
Yeah.
an eye on those. It's lovely
Your
to have you
money is.
back.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much for joining us. We'll be watching on Sunday, of course.
It's an exciting show on Sunday.
It will be, not least
Can't
to see how Libby
wait.
gets on too. It'll be great to see.